Today we're running to New Mexico. Well, another morning in Oklahoma, and we found this RV park, which is kind of like a I'll describe it, a U-Haul storage place, and a few transients, meaning people who are working jobs close by but aren't from here. There's a few tourists, and then there's a few people that look like they've been here a long time. So, and the main thing to watch out for here is potholes. Roads are pretty rough, and it's $35 a night. It was late last night and we didn't quite feel like boondocking at the Walmart, although the Walmart looked decent. I might try that some other time. The weather was cool enough. We ran our fan all night, the RV fan, which is kind of loud, but it does the job. Anyway, I'm here to do my chore. Oh, and we've discovered that we had some hitchhikers on us. Little tiny seed ticks, so small you can't even really see them without looking. But when they bite, you start feeling that itch, and you look closer and you see a little black dot there in the center of it. So we had to pick those off this morning when we discovered them. Been wondering why I've been itching so much, and I think we picked them up at John's Modern Cabins 2 days ago. So it's been raining a lot in areas northeast of here, so, and a lot of flooding. I think the seed tick population is high. All the bugs are going to be really crazy this summer, which is unfortunate because it makes going outdoors not the most fun thing in the world. But you can do it with bug spray and everything. Just check for ticks when you're done. Well, here's us. Well, just in case I haven't accumulated enough ticks and chiggers in my life, I'm at this spot here, and I've come to an area, I was just griping about this. Now I know these guides that I'm following are created by individuals like me. I don't understand some of these, the way the route goes, because you'll follow like the latest incarnation of the route before it was bypassed by the interstates, what became the interstates. And then there'll be these times where you're on the route that's like this kind of road, you know, like the Auto Trails day, almost pre-66 days. And it may have been Route 66 for a couple of years. What, Stella? Why are you so happy? But just as I was griping and not understanding the purpose of coming here, I found this, which I don't know what it is. And this is west of Stroud. That's Stroud, Oklahoma. And like I say, just in case I haven't gotten enough ticks and chiggers.
Chiggers, baby, get out there.
I'm trying to see if there's any writing on it. And there isn't. Of course, I don't know. It may be covered up by all this graffiti. Of course, I'm wearing shoes without. I don't think I'm doing anything to destroy the history of this. I'm peeling back some of these layers. I don't see any kind of carving on it or anything. It may just be an overgrown mile marker. It may be from the Auto Trail days. It's fascinating, whatever it is. And I almost feel like as a Route 66 traveler, I've kind of found something a little special, maybe something that only we and the locals around here know of. But mileposts are not like this, usually. So it could have been like a road sign of some sort, because it looks like there were things at the top. Maybe had little signs, this way to Stroud, this way to the guess I don't know, whatever the next town is, or X amount of miles Oklahoma City. But yeah, oh, there's my doggy. We're gonna get out of here before we get run over on this flying corner. Somebody coming by at 900 miles an hour. think this has become everybody's favorite stop on 66. It's relatively a new icon. It's not really of the 66 era, but it's of the spirit of 66. And by that I mean it uses gigantism as a form of advertising, and that was something, if not invented on 66, was very popularized on it. The architecture is reminiscent of all the gas stations on 66, and of course there's the giant pop bottle. And it's a very successful venture. It's a simple idea, actually. Make something visual and memorable and use it as your branding, and people want to stop. Timothy, come on! Come on, you can run faster than that. Come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Hi, Jimmy! Stella! Woof! Woof, 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 woof. Are you happy to be here? Huh? Huh? Woof, woof, woof. Go, go, go. So now we're going for our obligatory photo opportunity here.
I don't like it.
Howdy. All the pop bottles. I'm trying to maintain my diet somewhat, so this has been recommended. Diet Dang. Let's just hope they don't have one of those earthquakes they've been having. A big one. Here at the round barn, we'll look around, but we've never stopped here before. And someday, we keep saying we'll have to come back when we have time to really explore it. Oh, that's cool. Looks like an old gas station across the street too. This has been here and old a long time. Parents, contain your children. Wow. Roadside attraction. Arcadia Round Barn, Arcadia, Oklahoma. Built in April 1898 by William Odor on his farm. Restored in 1992 by Luke Robinson. Community workers and local businesses. Everybody had one. And some still do. Look, toilet paper. Fancy, 2-holer. Some road equipment. Downtown Arcadia, Oklahoma. Tourist trapped tees. Love the sign. Hi, Jimbo. Are you gonna drive us? Downtown Oklahoma City. And we're at the side of the Murrah Federal Building, the one that was blown up by an American terrorist. The title of this is called "And Jesus Wept." See. After driving what seemed like forever from Oklahoma City, we've come to a place on the map known as Hinton, Oklahoma. And there's this little rest area here. I mean, there's Route 66 over there, and there's the rest area here. And there aren't too many of these on Route 66 anymore, if there ever were. I imagine if I wanted a boondock, I could boondock here. There's really nothing here, except there's a big truck stop, a couple of them over there towards the highway. Well, it sounds like somebody's had an accident. Well, looks like one truck stop maybe. But the trees are starting to disappear, and it's starting to become more open country. And by the time we get to western Oklahoma and cross into Texas, it's going to start looking more western than eastern. Anyway, taking a break. Now they're in the Skeeters. Where are we? We're open country. Hinton, Oklahoma. At Sugar Creek Casino. Checking in early for the night, except I think we need repellent because the Skeeters are bad here. Huh? Yeah, we're gonna have to. But other than the Skeeters, it's nice. $5 a night, but only electric. But anyway.